Alright, so we're going to braid our hair now. Because I braid it before. Oh, don't do that. We're gonna braid our hair. And that's the best I can do with angles. So I've been just reading some different things, and this is something that really resonates with me in this part of my life where I am. So I was reading this blog where somebody talks about the difference between truly confident people and insecure people. So insecure and bravado and being gregarious and being outgoing, that doesn't really highlight being really truly what you would call confident. Because a lot of people can seem outgoing, but they're masking, like, it's insecurity. And yes, even neurotypical people can mask. Like, I know, like, nowadays we get a lot of commentary, although I think some of, oh golly, do that. That's not fun. Oh boy. Alrighty. This thing is done. This is like entertainment for you guys. Wipe it off. Oh boy. Might have ruined this shirt, I think. Yeah, I think I did. Poor shirt. No, I didn't ruin it. I will wash out of it. It's weird. I'm gonna wear this sweater instead. It's just a very weird shape sweater. It's pretty, but it has an interesting shaping to it. I'm like, okay. That other one's gonna have to be washed. I don't believe in that. That's not something that's allowed in my channel. And I know what it is, but we have rules, so we won't discuss that. That is a bad topic. Bad topic. Triggering topic. So recalibrate your thought process, because that's not something allowed on a nice, soothing hair live stream. These videos are to be inviting to people that want nice topic, nice conversation, and yeah. So we're gonna just take that comment away, because I like a good environment. There we go. I just, you know, I just prefer things that are nice. That wasn't necessarily, I was like, gosh, I'm just brushing my hair, and we're not gonna pander to people that don't wanna. Just trying to brush my hair nicely, and we don't do that. So you learn what's right, or you don't. Nope. Okay, so back to the topic I was talking about. So, truly secure people versus insecure people. And I think in American society, pre-lockdown, this was a little confusing because people thought the most outgoing, the most gregarious, the most social people, that those are the most secure people. But not necessarily, because, you know, even like I was saying before I sprayed God lotion on myself, like even neurotypical people will mask. They will mask by trying to make themselves seem more confident, and this is the difference between a truly confident person and a person that's lacking confidence in some area. Truly confident people do focus on themselves. They're not always making everything a competition and a contest. Like, they're not constantly comparing themselves to others. They don't always have to have somebody that they're talking bad about. Like, to me, where's the good in that? Why are you not wanting everybody to do better? Like, why don't you want better for other people? And even if you don't like something somebody does, you're not always putting on blast, like, oh, so-and-so doesn't do this as good as me. A truly confident person doesn't do those things. And when you see people in this lifetime that are just truly confident, they're focusing within themselves, like in a true way. They're not looking to other people to see, like, oh, they're not doing this according to my standard. But here's the thing, your standard might not be somebody else's standard. Your standard might not be somebody else's standard, and maybe they would judge you back. Like, maybe the thing that you think that you do more awesome than everybody else, maybe there's somebody else over there that doesn't think that's so awesome. But the difference between them and you, like the not so secure person, is they're not going to be putting that on blast. Like, they're mature. They have enough maturity enough that they're like, you know, those people can do what they think is best, but maybe I don't think that's the best idea, but I'm not going to tear them down, and I'm not going to go put on blast other people that I think the way that they do this, that, and the other thing is just not as good as me. So, truly secure people are not having, like, they don't make their make it their life's goal to point out, like, how everybody else or certain people aren't doing things as good as they are. A truly secure person would never do that. And that's kind of something I've always been cued on to, but when you see, like, truly competent people that are really competent, they just tend to be the kind of people that really focus on themselves. They're not worried about, like, trying to impress everybody. Like, they're just kind of quietly doing their thing on the sidelines. They're just very quietly doing their thing on the sidelines. And that's that. They're not trying to be like, oh, look at me, I'm doing this the best. No, they're not doing that. They're not doing that. So, and also too, if you want to work on your own, like just feeling more confident within yourself, you sometimes have to just excuse yourself from, or pull yourself back from like society or people in general that kind of like dabble in that. Because I can't imagine how anybody who dabbles in those things is ever going to feel confident within themselves. They're just not. Like, people that are always trying to put on display, like, oh, I do this and that better, and so isn't as good as me. What are they trying to prove? If they really believe that about themselves, if they really thought they were so confident and so wonderful, or they just knew that there was more of a job to be done, they'd be busy doing that. Like, they'd be busy out there inventing things. They wouldn't be putting on blast that so-and-so doesn't do this as good as me. Like, all the people that were inventing things, were they out there gossiping? Were they out there tearing other people down? Were they out there? They just didn't do that stuff. These are just my thoughts on that. So, you know, I know we live in a tell-all society where people want to see celebrity gossip. I mean, I don't know, whatever the celebrity gossip is of the day. It used to be like the tabloid pages. Now, I don't know, maybe it's on TikTok. I don't know, but I don't really care either, because when we're working on ourselves to make ourselves more confident, to make ourselves more valued, we're not doing those things. We're not trying to make others feel bad or talking about other people behind their back, because I think too, talking about somebody behind their back and saying, I do this better than they do, why? There's no religion or philosophy that says that's okay. Like Christianity, Islam, and I would say even Judaism, like the Abrahamic beliefs and religions, do not put value on putting other people down. And even if you're more secular, like the Greek philosophers, they didn't dabble in that. So it begs to question, why are people dabbling in that? And where is the good in that? And I'm not saying, oh, you have to turn a blind eye to everything, but I feel like the more we focus on ourselves and not on trying to say so-and-so doesn't do that as good as me, and look how wonderful I do that, and I just do this the best, and I am on a higher plane than other people. Because if you really were, you would just be, and people would know, because of, like, they would see it. You wouldn't have to put it on blast. You know, if it's so true, then just let your actions be speaking for themselves. If it's so true. If it's not so true, then you're probably going to have to, like, make it seem like, oh, wow, look at me. So, yeah, confidence is something that I feel like comes from within. It's not an act of, like, bragging. It's not an act of, like, tearing other people down. In fact, the most confident people, I'm not saying they're introverted, but they're the kind of people, like, they're just too busy doing something, like creating, inventing, or sharing, like, good stuff. And that's where my life is just headed. Like, it's been headed like that for a long time, but I'm really just on this journey of, I don't have time, nor do I see any value in trying to always find a criticism for other people, and always looking to, like, think, well, I'm better at this and that. Well, why are you better than this and that? I just wonder where all that comes from. But anyway, it's just something I've been kind of seeing a lot. And it is good to focus within yourself. And that's another reason, like, when you want to grow your hair long, I know, like, I guess nowadays it's still, there's some people that have social pressures against it, but I think people are more open now to, like, doing what you want with your appearance. I don't think it's stigmatized as much. Like, you know, or anything, because I don't know. I just feel like if you want to have long hair, do it, or anything you want. If you want to be an inventor, do it. As long as you're not hurting other people, do it. But anyway, those are just my thoughts on when you're actually becoming a more secure person. You're not indulging in all this, oh, like, so-and-so didn't do things as good as me today dichotomy. The truly secure people, or the truly brilliant minds, they're not doing that. And if they are, like, they're also wasting part of their intelligence and their productivity, because they could be doing something better than dabbling in this kind of tear down politics. I don't know. Anyway, those are just my thoughts on that. I want to live a very charmed life. I want to live a good life. I don't want to live the kind of life where I put other people down, or I just don't want that for myself. I'm just wondering, what are people doing to make themselves more of service to others? And I know some people that's like not their life's goal, but I have realized for me, I like being of service to others. I like helping other people. I like that. And there's nothing wrong with that. And I do think right now, like there are, or for a long time really, there's always been people that look down upon that, or they just think they view it as a weakness. So they try to, I don't know, make you feel bad for it. And I'm not trying to like get into politics again, but this has been kind of my disenchantment with libertarians, because I think libertarians really, like, they kind of say that they're pro-freedom, but a lot of their dialogue and discussions about how other people aren't doing stuff as good as me. That's the vibe. And it's just not passing. I think in 2024, libertarians not passing the vibe check. I don't know. And I'm not saying that their whole idea of free market economy, it sounds great in theory, right? But it's just not really something that's going to work out in practice, because all the people who say they believe in that, like no government intervention, no regulation, they do to a point. To a point, because they're always going to, like, if they can collect Social Security, they're going to do it. Okay? But then they're going to criticize somebody who's on getting a free line. I don't have time for this. Like, all that. And I find, I'm just so over it. And politics in general, I'm not a big fan of Democrats or Republicans or any kind of politics. You know? I'm just happy with myself. That's it. I'm just talking about this topic because it's been coming up a lot on social media, where I think people are putting on the persona of being, trying to make it seem like they're more confident, when I don't really see these acts, like the spilling the tea video. I just don't view it as a confidence thing. I view it as kind of a, I don't know, just inconfident, trying to make yourself look confident. I mean, there's nothing wrong with faking it while you make it in many aspects, but I draw the line on when people start having to just talk bad about other people. And like I said, there's a lot of really smart, brilliant, really confident, like, to put together people, and you're never going to hear them talking, like, involved in idle gossip. They're just not going to be. And I just think gossip, like, no matter your faith, whether you be secular or, I don't know, I'm just beginning to see it kind of as a real waste of human potential. And I always think the people who think that they're better than someone else, why don't they ever stop and think, well, what am I not doing as good as that person that I'm criticizing? Like, do they ever stop and think that? I just wonder. Maybe that's something they should. You know, but we live in and I don't even think that's confidence. I actually find that kind of to be a form of insecurity, being a little too, and not confident, but maybe a little too self-assured in a way. Like there's nothing with self-assurance, but maybe, yeah, it's an interesting mix. But anyway, that's all I wanted to say about that topic. That's all I wanted to say about that topic. I do spend, like, when I do these streams, like, a little bit more brushing my hair than usual, but I think it's also because I'm kind of chatting, you know? I'm not brushing my hair, like, the entire total time, you know? If that makes any sense. I just need a hair in my neck. I'm gonna pull like a hair. It's a fun thing about being part Middle Eastern, East Mediterranean. Sometimes you have like facial hair, but I really cut down on it over the years just by plucking it out. I don't shave. I think shaving, I know some people are like, but shaving doesn't promote hair growth back, but I don't know. I just don't. I just pluck them out. I prefer that. I just think it's better. And they don't grow back as fast. And I like it, honestly. And my eyebrows, they never grew completely together. But I used to get more in between when I was younger. And I feel like I really don't have to do much at all nowadays to kind of just keep it the way I like. No, I still haven't let the parting that I want yet. Ooh, no. Definitely no. It's definitely not the one I wanted yet. It's not the definitely not. That's not what I want. Alright. I want my hair as long as I decide to grow it. Okay? That's how long I decide for my hair to grow. Like, to be announced. Like, I'll know what I know. I don't think I want floor length hair because to me, like, I just don't find any practicality. Well, not that long hair is practical at all. I'm not saying long hair is practical. It's definitely not practical. there's a bit of hair left over. watch all my videos. Like, if you had been following my channel, you would have known. But I made so many videos that explain everything. So I talked about it. It's not that I don't want to repeat myself. It's just I don't. I'm cutting my hair again, but so I kind of explained before, but I guess I'm gonna have to try and make some sort of a, I don't know, like I talked about it, like I've talked about it a couple of times, so you can watch all the old videos that talk about why I did, but the point is I just don't want to cut my hair that short again. So if you wonder why I did, it'll talk about it. But a lot of people shave their heads and have super long hair, so like, to be honest, like in the scheme of things, or they cut their hair really short. So in the scheme of things, I think even though my haircut was shorter than it had been, that wasn't like the shortest that somebody's ever cut their hair, you know? I don't know. Hi, Quinn. Thank you. Hi, Salem. You can't really see without my glasses. Well, of course you can't see without your glasses, buddy friend. Oh my, look at that. Wow. Huh. Wow. Okay. I'm really happy with that. Thank you, Quinn. Okay, so this is what the braids look like from the front. And I believe women can wear braids at every age because, well, first off, things are different nowadays. We don't have these weird ideas like, oh, women can't wear certain hairstyles past a certain age. Because I don't do ageist thinking on my channel. I just don't. Plus, like I said, my hair icon, who's my great-grandmother, Julia Shelton, my namesake, you know, she used to wear her hair in twin braids that she pinned up into crown braids. She is my hair icon. Like, when I think of long hair and why I want to have long hair, like, it's because of her. And I feel like there's this genetic memory, like there's something within me, like some sort of causation, because I don't know what it is that drew me to long hair, because nobody in my family has ever had hair as long as mine except for her. Well, maybe predating that, back in the days when women did have super long hair, but now that it's more like the emphasis is on trendy styles, shorter styles, nobody had that long of hair. Like, the longest their hair would be, well, I think my sister did grow her hair to about here, but she always wore it like in a ponytail, like a folded ponytail, so it was never like braided. Whereas I personally just think braids are like, this is why I want long hair, is so I can braid it. That's kind of the reason. Like, I just love the braided look. I've always just adored braids all my life. But yeah, that's the braided style. So there you go, Spaghetti-O, and here are the braids. Thanks for watching.